Hey, so glad you stopped in today because today I'm going to teach you how to turn this Parmesan Romano container into this beautiful toothbrush holder and or pencil holder, whatever you want to use it for. So if you do use it for a toothbrush holder, what I love about this is that you can make it according to your own decor. I know that sometimes I've gone places like say Home Goods and they have some really beautiful things there, but sometimes you just can't find exactly what you're looking for your personal decor of your room. So when you do something like this, you can personalize it and make it fit. And so what I've done is, last video, if you saw it, I created a soap dispenser by recycling this old soap dispenser and turning it into this. So what I'm doing this week is I'm making the matching toothbrush holder from the Parmesan container, as I said. And so if you stick with me, I'm going to teach you how to do that, and you can create your own beautiful set. Okay? So my name is Kara and my channel is Crafty Recycler. Stick with me so we could have some fun today and you can learn how to make this. And for all you that have liked and subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. And don't forget that contest that I mentioned in the last video. And I'll mention it to those of you that didn't see it. And if you want to go back and watch that video, the link's below. And it includes all the contest details below the video as well as mentioned in the video. But what I'm doing is running a contest where you can win a $25 gift card by just making your own personalized soap dispenser and sending me pictures through email. So I hope you'll go back and look at that video when you're done with this one. And let's get started today. So the first step, of course, is always to clean a container thoroughly. And you have to remove the label. And what I do is I just take a pair of scissors and I cut it and I remove the label. This peels off pretty easily, actually. Okay, so now that I got the label off, I just take this glossy Mod Podge and I paint from the lid down all over the entire sides of it, making sure that I get it in the crevices here, but not on the bottom, and make sure you don't get it in between where the lid screws on, because you want to be able to get the lid off. Which, that's what makes it nice too, is you can hold on to the lid until you have it painted with the Mod Podge. Okay, so now that I have it all covered with the glossy Mod Podge, I have mixed together here the sand and the gold glitter like I showed in the last video. And you just sprinkle this down to coat it, making sure you do it over this piece of paper or manila folder so that you can put the excess back in the container when you're done to avoid waste. So as you can see now, the whole thing is coated at least with one coat of the sand and the glitter, and it gives it a frosted glass look. I usually put 2 coats on, so we're going to let this dry. As you see here, I've applied the sand and the glitter, and I've sprayed it with the glossy Mod Podge spray so that it would remain sparkly and protected also from the water. Now what I'm going to do is, just as you see here, this silver applique I put on here, I'm going to begin to glue that on here with the clear tacky glue all-purpose Aleene's. And it's going to be a little different than the soap dispenser because this is rounded, as you can see. It's going to want to stand up on the edges. You're not just going to be able to glue it flat. Won't easily do it. So what you have to do is glue the center first to it, let it dry, and then take and put glue under each piece and weigh it down. I use my scissors. I lean it against it and weigh it down as it dries, and just do it all the way until it becomes like this, where it's flat to the surface of the rounded object. Okay, so the middle part is adhered to it, as you can see. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate what you would do next. Is you would put the glue on each of these edge pieces that you want to wrap down around it. And like I said, what I do to hold it down now is to take my scissors and I just sort of lean it against it like this until it dries. But if you prefer a glue gun, to be a lot quicker, but you may have some strings to deal with. Okay, so as you can see, the applique has now been secured around the rounded part, and I've begun to apply the jewel tape and the washi tape here. This is the Martha Stewart brand I mentioned earlier, and as you can see on here, this is how I'm about to apply it. And I've begun to apply some of the stick-on jewels as well, and continue with the stick-on the top, as you see here, to complete the look of the top. And you just line it up and put it around the top of the washi tape, and make sure it's secure all the way around. And then when you have the whole thing covered with everything that you want to put on it, you put the glossy Mod Podge over the entire thing. Being careful not to get it on top of the jewels so that it doesn't take the shine of the jewel away. But you can get it on the sides and it'll actually help the jewels stick better. The top off of the bottom part of the container, as you can see here. And depending on what you want to use it for, now on this one, as you can see, I cut a hole to make it bigger so that it would fit my toothbrushes, which, by the way, let me show you that real quick. I switched from plastic toothbrushes to the bamboo because it's better for the environment. But I had one problem. It was, how do I tell my husband's toothbrush from mine because they're the same color? So I drew a little necktie around his toothbrush. And by the way, these aren't black because they're disgusting. They have charcoal. They're not real dirty, in other words. Okay, so that having been said, that's how I distinguish between his and mine, is I put a little black tie on his with a Sharpie. But that's why I put the hole like this in the top, and then I can put mine over here, and anything else that we want to put in here for the bathroom. I guess it would help if I turned it the right way, but this is how it goes. The next step would be to cut off these flaps here. And to avoid waste, I don't know if you saw any of my videos on Eco Bricks, but things like this that you cut off that are plastic, you can put these inside an Eco Brick and build things with them. So if you haven't checked those videos out, the links are to that below as well. In fact, I built a whole kitchen island out of Eco Bricks. So if you want to check those videos out below. Okay, so we cut this off, and now the next step is to paint it, and I have this Martha Stewart non-toxic metallic silver paint. So that's what I'm going to do now. And you're going to need at least 2 coats of this on here to cover it because of this dark red color we have going on here. Okay. Painted the top silver, and I'm going to go ahead and continue with the stick on the top, as you see here, to complete the look of the top. Okay, so here's the completed toothbrush holder, and I'll show you the matching. I have a double sink, so these are my 2 hand soap dispensers, so now I have a whole set for my bathroom. And I hope you enjoyed watching this, and if you get a chance, please go back and watch how to make the soap dispenser. And if you want to enter the contest, the deadline is August 1st, so I hope that you'll do that. And I'd really love to see what you come up with for ideas of your own as to decorating these bottles and reusing them, because the whole thing about this channel is I'm trying to encourage recycling. And I'll show you one last thing. It's a sneak peek to my next video. There is a hair on my nose, like seriously? Okay, so for the next project, I'm going to take this lemon netting, where my lemons came in, and I'm going to incorporate it into making a kitchen dispenser, soap dispenser for my kitchen. And I used an old aloe vera gel bottle that my husband had to create this. So if you want to see this, tune in next time for my next video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you liked it, please hit the like button, and if you'd like to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. If you could share it with your friends, I'd appreciate it. And if you want to be notified to upcoming videos, you can hit the little bell after you subscribe. Thank you so much again for all the people that have liked and subscribed. I really appreciate your support, and I hope you have a wonderful day.